Well, God, everyone, welcome to the plot. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I'm in a really good mood. It's Father's Day, and I thought, hey, what the hell, let's do it. I've already done my overview for the month, so I suppose I'm going to stream through it quite quickly. First of all, I'd like to thank my son for my Father's Day shears. Beautiful little present. Thank you very much, son. Appreciate that. And then I'd also like to thank my sister-in who bought me some organic Nate's number 2 carrots, which I've planted in a container up there. I'll show you when we get up there. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Let's go through this quite quickly, man. Potatoes, full flower, as you can see. Looking very beautiful, healthy, dark green. Yeah, they're flowering across the board now. Even these ones, which was the last ones to plant, little flowers are starting to appear there. Got my horseradish here, so hopefully I'm gonna make a video on how to make some horseradish sauce. I'll see how that goes. I planted a few peas in here, which are also starting to flower. I'll be able to harvest those soon, hopefully. My little wheelbarrow full of my utensils, my containers for my compost mix. There's a video online on how I go about that. Flower beds looking exceptionally healthy. This was just a wild mixed flower batch that I purchased, raked over the ground and planted. Got my sunflowers going in well here. I added another passion flower today, and this other one has gone all the way along the back, so that one's doing exceptionally well there. Got some more potatoes here. These were the last potatoes planted in the ground actually, but even these are starting to flower as well, as you can see. I did plant some beans that was meant to grow up this trellis here. They have got savaged a bit by the slugs and whatnot, but they are still growing. I'm actually gonna throw down some slug pellets. Not that I really like to, but I've got to try and win this battle somehow. Strawberry patch, at a glance, there's lots of red diamond-like strawberries seeping through, so I'll give that a harvest before I leave today. Might even share some with the family. Oh, as I mentioned, that reminds me, my neighbour gave me some cherries. She picked them from her tree. Definitely gonna have some cherries and strawberries today. Apple tree. Can see how these apples are gonna be nice and big. Look at that one there. It wasn't this big last year, I must admit. Yeah, where I've thinned them down definitely has seemed to have made a huge bit of a difference, which I'm quite chuffed about. Kale, still just about surviving. Purple kale, still just about surviving. Just taking the smaller leaves off now, because I don't really wait for it to get big. As it is in its second year, it's just continually sprouting flowers. Onions, spring onions. Took one up earlier last week, well too early. So yeah, I'll leave those a little bit longer. Little peppers down the front here, starting to flower. And those two, that's looking good. Got some potatoes here, and some carrots, which are looking well in the containers. And then this is all a row of spring onions along here. And then I did plant another row in the front as well the other day. So I'm doing all right there. Let's go to the left before we go to the right. Pumpkins and squash bed, looking very green, minus this one, which is a yellow one. Let's go down this way and you can see better. There we go. Getting my little courgettes on there. I've got this really odd shaped one here. It's turning into a bit of a C. Maybe after my namesake. But I've literally just been training squash up and around, and now she's all the way over here, and then the same as that one goes up along there, and I've done that lower branch just to go along there. So I'm training them ones up. The courgettes will obviously stay on the ground, and this is another one which, as you can see, stand back a bit, I've just trained along the fence. So she'll be nice and well supported. And as you can see, there are flowers here, there and everywhere. And then there's, oh, there you go, surprise, peekaboo. Yeah, there's fruits forming as well. These are my peas. These are actually onward peas, petit pois, if you will. And they've started to flower and invariably induce a little pod which will swell up to bring your peas out. And got some more in this little container here. Everything is starting to thrive exceptionally well. My beautiful mini giant sunflowers. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful things they are. There's a good example here. So here's my onward peas. There's my pod getting quite fat. I'll probably leave that just a little bit longer. Trying to wait for the end peas to buffen up just a little bit, but you can see I've got quite a few pods. Actually, I'll probably harvest a few of them today. Because that looks really swollen. That looks like a finger. So yeah, I think that one's good to go. So yeah, the pea pods do start off flat like this, and then they eventually start swelling like that, and then eventually, as you can see, they turn into these finger width type ones there, which is quite cool. My other potatoes, which is in a container, going well. Got my garlic here, put some mulch on that the other day. Peppers there, flowering as well. There's my tomato section. Those have started to flower as well. And then I've got some beetroot in here. I don't think none's actually ready yet. Oh, nearly. If you can see, just in there. That head is literally just starting to come above the ground there, which is cool. Yeah, I've got 4 tomato plants here, and there's a pepper plant in front. There's my prize-winning cabbage. Let's go and investigate that, because in all honesty, I don't know why it's gotten so big. So there's one here, and there's another one in here, which was planted at the exact same time, and then this one's just like, yeah, I'm taking over, I'm going in. It's definitely like knee height, and then in the middle here you can see my cluster of a beautiful cabbage forming. I did try and check these leaves regularly. There we go. Reason being, that little critter there, it's not my friend. There. Yeah. Here you come. Yeah, sometimes I find slugs in there and all sorts of other things. I just try and pick them out as I can. Yeah, and as I said, considering these two planted at the exact same time, they're not doing nowhere near as well. But hey, oh, that's how it goes. Got some more peas around the back here, which looks like, yeah, got some slug damage. See that shimmering trail there, which is quite high for a slug, to be honest. There's another pea pod here. Yeah, looks like that could be taken today as well. So I've got a bit of harvesting to do before I run home, fortunately. Here's the other carrot patch, which I must admit is looking a bit on the old yellowy side. Might have to get some feed down here, because I'll show you the other patch, and in contrast there is a definite lack of something here. Let's go straight over to it so you can see the difference. So yeah, this is the other cabbage patch, which I did plant before as well actually, and yeah, these are a lot darker green. I was actually looking through earlier, as you can see is my hole that I've left. Oops. And there's my rainbow carrots, which are starting to poke through the ground. Not far from harvest. Woohoo! Not far from harvest. Keep seeing these flies doing their little mating ritual in and amongst my beetroot and carrots. Must find out what they are. Quite interesting looking creatures, I must admit. Anyway, I'll leave them in peace. I had a beetroot around here, which I remember was poking above the ground as well. There we go. Oh, look at that. I could pull that up now, but I want a nice big fat one so I can give it to Coral. Other than that, I've got a confession. Didn't know when I was going to confess it, but it looks like it's on Father's Day. My apparent cucumbers that got done by the frost. Yeah, these aren't cucumbers. There we go, it's out there. I'm sorry for my sins and I'm confessing. That is definitely a squash. Definitely a squash. So yeah, I'm glad it's still alive and it's come back. However, I was expecting cucumbers, and yeah, unless it's some yellow variety of cucumbers that I didn't know I purchased and planted, then I'm definitely on barking up the wrong tree. So yeah, it's out there. I'm sorry, we all make mistakes. That's why I'm quite anal with my labels, so I don't make these mistakes often. This one is my carrots that got planted today, and they should be ready sometime October, November. And beautiful cherry tomatoes, the cherry tomatoes, I'm gonna get there. Look at that big old handful of tomatoes, that's looking amazing. And even though this pepper got caught by the frost, there's some little flowers appearing there, and yeah, it looks like it survived the major damage. Also on this note, this is one of the others that got caught in the frost. I now know it's not a cucumber. It's a bit of a shame, but hey, I'll still eat something. And then I've got my beans growing up here, looking quite healthy, and more tomatoes in there flowering, and a little blackcurrant. Oh, it's not ready. It's not ready. Yeah, other than that, Cocoa Coral's patch, as always, doing exceptionally well. Got my violet podded beans. Oh, it's climbing up nicely. Just tuck that one back under so it can cling to that side. In all honesty, I planted a load of beans along the side and most of them got munched. These are my best ones, the violet ones. These are my Allot beans, which have already started flowering, but they're flowering at a really low level, which is quite annoying. Such is life. Yeah. Other than that, everything is looking exceptionally well. Like I said, it was only a short video because it's Father's Day. I thought I'd show you what I got up to before I got summoned home for dinners and fatherly duties. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Blessed day. Big up all the fathers. Yeah, and the mothers too. But it's our day for a change. Wrap, later.